So there was a guy in a Facebook group I was asking about monitor bars, and I sent him a video, but I'm going to do a video for all of you who are looking for a monitor bar. This is just one that we made homemade. There are holes here in the side of the cab to where you can mount like a factory monitor bar, but we just made our own out of a piece of angle iron, and then we took an SMB sign bracket right there, ran a quick connect out to the battery. That's what this plug here is. So that way we don't have to run the external hard wire out to the battery, say for like a baler monitor, sprayer monitor, corn planter monitor. It can be plugged in right there. So that's what that is for. Any of you were curious in any of my videos but never said anything. So what we needed a 6124 was we brought the dump truck over, brought some firewood, and had some wood get caught in the gate, and plugged the gate up and the wood wouldn't come out the rest of the way, so we had to use this to move some wood on top of the gate so that way the rest of it could fall through. And that's why we brought the tractor over, and I got a lot of wood to split. So since it's too wet to work in the fields, do anything like that, might as well just take a couple of days and split some wood. Just kind of go easy, don't need to really beat myself up over it. Had to give the thing a sniff of ether to get it started. Some odd reason the thing don't like to start when it sits there a while, but that's okay. Gotta put some earplugs in before I get moving. I like the earphones or earmuffs, but I don't know, I just realistically prefer these better than I do those. Yes, these are good, but I just prefer them better. Take and roll them up like such. Let's get to work. Guys, kind of get the idea of what's going on. We got a log splitter on a skid loader, but for some of these bigger pieces, I don't know why we're not using it. It would make things a lot easier, but whatever. I don't call shots. Just gonna take and tie it in over there. Maybe run two parallel the same way. And then we'll make the one going the same way as the farm tool, and then we won't go as tall this year, so that way it don't fall over. So Jason's like, so I told him, I said we need to split them over at the pit with the log splitter for a skid loader. He's like, oh, you can handle them. I'm like, yeah, screw you. You're not me, and I'm not you, so yeah. I don't know how I'm gonna split them. I might just slide them out of the way, concentrate on the stuff that I can handle myself, and then we'll see later on. Maybe might even do a separate video, I don't know, of handling these big ugly ones. I don't know. There's a couple big ones in here though. Yeah, I kind of like that idea of just picking through this, getting them, you know, decent sized ones, and then just kind of scooting them out of the way. Or it's just easier to bring the wood to the splitter, just because of how wet the ground is and how uneven right here, because he took the forks and pushed a lot of wood that way. To get up close to the truck to flip some wood up out so the rest would fall down through is just how it had to work. So yeah, get this split here, maybe break for lunch, or else we'll do another round, and then we'll get that second round split after this. Get a split, we'll pile it after lunch. Once it starts raining, at least we're under a shelter. Darn ants are flipping everywhere. What in the world? That's how far I got done. 10 to 12 lunchtime. Go ahead and line some more up after lunch, and then go ahead and start back up again. I might actually bring the splitter, move it around over that way somewheres. That way I could bring a whole bunch more inside and keep splitting if it were to rain. Once it's raining, I can stop and clean the mess up, clean that up after lunch too, and we'll just keep on going. Just got back from lunch. Gonna set the time lapse up. We're going to stack all this. You guys can watch that to the time lapse, and then we will go ahead and split some more wood. We're getting a lot done, just slowly. So here's a good illustration of, or a good illustration. Yeah, a good point to stop at and just kind of explain a little bit why we split our firewood so early in the season. You can see just how wet it is, especially like these couple pieces here. They are wet. Can't really see any moisture there, but this here, it's just all moisture saturated. It looks nothing like these pieces down here. That's basically why you cut and split firewood so early in the season, so that it can be ready to go come winter time. It has a chance to dry out. And a couple of them pieces, actually pretty much all of them, they are a two-handed deal to go ahead to pick up and move. I mean, yeah, you can kind of move them with one hand, but they're wet and they need to dry out. That's why you split your wood early in the season, about April or May. That way it can be dried out by Thanksgiving time, or whenever you want to start burning firewood. It could be nice and dry and ready to go. Well, it's getting ready to rain. Got a lot more to do. Instead of just leaving it on regular speed like you guys are watching this right now, I'm gonna speed the time lapse up and you guys will get to watch just how much I can get done before it rains. Okay, so I just switched it to Super View. I don't really care for this view a whole lot. That's why you guys have never really seen me use it in any of my videos. It's just because it gives you that kind of fisheye look, and I don't really care for it. So this one's the wide field of view, and it don't really give you a fisheye, which I kind of like. Might go ahead and use it a little bit more. I don't know. Let me know in the comments section below what you guys think. Go ahead and put you up somewhere, and you can watch me go after this. Well, so we made a good dent in the pile today. I'm pretty pleased with myself. Guys, you probably ask yourselves, what do you do with a piece like this? Well, instead of cutting over here and then having it oblong, you cut where the fork is, you go right down in between there, just like this. Starting to rain and we're running low on gas. Just like that, we ran out of gas. Well, the radar is only showing a little hairstring strand of rain that is going to be making its way through. Well, I'm not getting wet yet, so let's keep going. So I'm sure you guys have noticed that I'm throwing my pile back a good distance. With that being said, the reason why I'm doing that is because if I were to just throw my pile right beside the machine, well, what's going to happen? I'm not going to have anywhere to work. It'll all just fall right back on the splitter, and my pile won't be as big as if I just threw it over there. We're making a good dent. I'm hoping to get just this little bit here done, and then I can go ahead and call it quits. Dad stopped over to see how I was doing. He's like, what's up with them pieces? I'm like, I'm not splitting them by hand. You should have split them over across the road when you had the oh, not the log grapple, the splitter on the machine. Well, I think we made a good dent in the pile for today. I'm rather pleased. Finish cutting all the small ones tomorrow if we're not mowing grass or doing any other things. And then we'll let the big ones alone and bring the skid loader over with the log splitter on it and crack them a couple times and get them down to a manageable size. And then we'll go ahead and cut them with or split them with the baby splitter. So we're getting it. It's just taking time. You guys that have a little splitter like this, I would encourage you to go on Amazon and look up wheel chocks, and you'll find all kind of different sizes. I bought these here that you can see behind the tire, or front of the tires on a log splitter, because when you get a certain piece of wood, it'll push down on that foot down there on that plate, and it'll actually want to let the splitter roll ahead some. And I've tried in the past to shove pieces of wood up underneath it, and I was like, well, it'd be nice if I had my own wheel chocks for log splitter. I went ahead and pulled the plug a year or so ago and bought me some, and they're the best 12 bucks that I ever spent for something like that. So I just switched this thing over to horizon lock, which means when you flip the thing upside down like that, I guess it means that whatever you video will stay in the frame and not spin on you. So I don't know if it means that you video it right side up or wrong side out. I don't know, but the picture on the screen on the camera stays level with the camera itself. So we're just gonna leave everything like this. We'll probably scoot this up ahead just in case it rains. It's gonna rain. And then we'll probably push it out here in the morning or something when we get started splitting wood again. So, well, thank everybody for watching, subscribing, commenting, liking, sharing. Take it easy now.